Hey, good morning, my friend. Welcome back to the Morning Minute Meditation. Thank you for dropping by this morning. The word honor is used 146 times in your Bible, and the scriptures have much to say on the subject. To the church at Rome, in Romans chapter 13, the Apostle Paul is dealing with the subject of honor to human government. Not just to the human government you agree with, but to the human government that God in His sovereignty has allowed to be in place at that moment of time. In consideration of this, the Apostle Paul makes this statement in Romans 13, verse 7. I'm paraphrasing it, and I'm lifting it from its context to make our application today. He said that we're to give honor to whom honor. Honor to whom honor is due. In other words, if something is worthy of being honored, if someone is worthy of being honored, then we ought to do our due diligence to honor those to whom honor is due. The context is that of human government, but the application that we can make today is the fact that we need to honor those who deserve being honored. One of the first times the word honor is mentioned in the scriptures in context of people has to do with Exodus chapter number 20 and the 10 Commandments, where the Bible makes this statement in verse number 12, honor thy father and thy mother, that thy days may be long upon the land which the Lord thy God giveth thee. This command is repeated again in the book of Deuteronomy chapter number 5 and verse 16. And then Jesus himself quoted the commandment in Matthew 15 verse 4 when Jesus said, for God commanded saying, honor thy father and mother, and he that curseth father or mother, let him die the death. Evidently, this business of honoring our parents is an extremely important concept in the scriptures. The Apostle Paul even made mention of it to the Ephesian church when he wrote in Ephesians 6:2 that we're to honor our father and our mother because this is the first commandment that God has given with promise, the promise of long life to those that honor mom and dad. In Grimm's fairy tales, one of the fairy tales deals with that of a husband and a wife taking in an elderly father. As they take in the husband's father, he is not in good health. He has not made arrangements to take care of himself in his old age. The burden now lies upon his son, and his son has his father at the table. His father is shaking. He's not in good health. He dribbles food out of his mouth, and he hits his mouth about half the time with his food, and he makes a mess. The mother, irritated with this in the house, takes the father and says, you're not worthy of eating at my table. And the son relegates his father to sitting in the corner and eating out of an earthenware bowl. He sits there all by his lonesome, eating his food every day, making a mess. And one day while eating out of his earthenware bowl, he drops it to the floor and his food scatters on the ground. The wife, upset, insolent because of the matter, says, you eat like a pig, and if that's how you eat, then we're going to make you eat like a pig. And she constructed a trough and set the trough in the corner and would pour his food like slop into the trough. And that was how the old man ate, on the floor out of a wooden trough. Sometime later, the couple, having a young son that they were extremely fond of, found him in the wood shop working on a project. The dad came to him and the mother came to him and said, son, what are you working on? He said, I'm working on your trough that I'm going to use to feed you when you get old, like Grandpa is old. Being stricken to the heart in regard to their behavior toward the elderly man, they brought him back to the table and helped to feed him and caring for him in his latter years of life. Hey, listen, we need to honor mother and dad, and we need to honor those who deserve our honor. Thomas Carlyle made this statement. He said, show me what you honor and show me who you honor, and I'll let you know what kind of a man you are. If I were to look at the people you honored, what would it reveal about the character of you as a person? Think on these things today. If I've done one thing in these 58 years of living, it has been I have tried to honor my mother and my dad. I've tried to honor my mom and my dad, and I believe that God honors His word. I believe that I'll have a long promised life. Think on these things again and have a great day.